So the socialists who promised to fight fascism, y'all, walked into the Oval Office and totally forgot how to speak. My boy Trump didn't only dominate the room, y'all, but he turned this man right here on this picture into a polite house guest. And of course, per usual, the liberals and Democrats are crying and having a meltdown. But let me tell you something. When you step into the presence of our President Trump, you already know he ain't the one to be played with. So I don't even know why you were sitting here talking about turn the volume up, turn the volume up, Trump. Like, come on. No, I think you need to fix your volume. It's a little broke. You might need to look into that. With that being said, y'all, we already finna get into it. This picture is actually coming from It's Link Lauren. If y'all want to follow him on X, let's go ahead and dive into turn the volume up. Let's go. Oh my goodness, it's a good day, y'all. Let's dive into it. Coming straight from Government Eagle Man on X. Let's dive into the first clip, y'all. Let's go.
Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Please.
I appreciated the meeting with the president, and as he said, it was a productive meeting focused on a place of shared admiration and love, which is New York City, and the need to deliver affordability to New Yorkers, the 8.5 million people who call our city their home, who are struggling to afford life in the most expensive city in the United States of America. We spoke about rent, we spoke about groceries, we spoke about utilities, we spoke about the different ways in which people are being pushed out, and I appreciated the time with the president. I appreciated the conversation. I look forward to working together to deliver that affordability for New Yorkers.
Thank you very much. Any questions, please?
President Trump, Stephen Nelson from the New York.
Oh, that don't sound like volume up to me, y'all. I could be wrong. But I is just now learning how Trump mastered everything he did in 2015, the real gag. The left spent it all the time calling Trump a fascist and all of the above. And now the own socialist is praising him in the Oval Office. Wow. You was just screaming on November 4th, turn about up. Yeah, we gonna call it out. Yeah, that's what we doing. Let's keep it going. Quick, we don't miss nothing. Hell no, let's go. Let's go. Come on. And to just add a little bit more icing on that cake, baby, let's get into it. Coming from Government Eagle Man on X, y'all. Check this out.
Mr. Mamdani, it sounds like you had a productive discussion, but just days ago you referred to President Trump as a despot who betrayed the country. You said you would be his worst nightmare and accused him of having a fascist agenda. Are you planning to retract any of these remarks in order to improve your relationship?
I think both President Trump and I, we are very clear about our positions and our views, and what I really appreciate about the president is that the meeting that we had focused not on places of disagreement, which there are many, and also focused on the shared purpose that we have in serving New Yorkers. And frankly, that is something that could transform the lives of the 8.5 million people who are currently struggling under a cost of living crisis, with 1 in 4 living in poverty. And the meeting came back again and again to what it could look like to lift those New Yorkers out of struggle and start to deliver them a city that they could do more than just struggle to afford it, but actually start to live in it.
And I've been called much worse than a despot, so it's not that insulting. Maybe I think he'll change his mind after we get to working together. Yes, please.
Mr. President, Matt Mashhad from MTV Lebanon.
Good.
I would like to ask you a question about the Middle East regarding you said that Hezbollah in Lebanon is not in a good position. And Lebanon now is the final unresolved after Gaza and Syria. Given your assessment that
Wow, y'all. This man bent the knee politely, professional, and completely. The internet caught this man the moment he softened his voice. He didn't raise it at all. Okay. He thanked the president. He didn't confront him. None of the above. He literally thanked him. Let that sink in. F around and find out. Get y'all a president that can't nobody play with, period. You can talk noise all day about Trump, but get you a genuine president. Let's get into the next clip, y'all. Coming straight from MAGA Voice on X. Can't get no better than this, boy. I couldn't wait to get on here and talk to y'all, and I definitely got to know y'all comments. Y'all, we got to chop it up in the comment section. Let's go.
President, you say you love New York City. Mr. Mamdani, does New York City love President Trump?
New York City loves a future that is affordable. And I can tell you that there were more New Yorkers who voted for President Trump in the most recent presidential election because of that focus on cost of living. And I'm looking forward to working together to deliver on that affordability agenda.
I got a lot of votes. One more. Go ahead. One or two more. Go ahead.
President, you say you love New York City.
All right, y'all.
Does
So
New York City love President Trump?
we just getting into the little snippets. These folks thought this man was coming like Chi Juvena, but he folded like a Target receipt. Weak Chuck Schumer 2.0. Stop playing. Y'all, let's get into it. Let me keep it going. Oh, yeah. Y'all know we have fun on here, and I'm taking these folks out because this the main man that was screaming, turn the volume up. And to stop Trump is to we should stop Trump is to stop the next one like him and all that. Y'all heard that win speech going in. And today's what? November 22nd. Gotta love it. Y'all, let's get into the next clip coming straight from Government Eagle Man. We got my girl Caroline speaking in on this. Let's dive into the clip.
Moving forward. But again, it doesn't mean, Sean, that President Trump is ever going to change his values. And we know, and the president knows, and the American people know, that ultimately President Trump's policies work and capitalism works. And if you look at what President Trump has already done with respect to the economy, there was a lot of talk on the issue of cost of living because it continues to be a concern for voters, and President Trump is very well aware of that. But look at what he's done thus far. It's a proven economic formula that is working when you combine a massive deregulatory campaign to get the government out of the way of small business and American industry. When you look at what he's done with respect to energy independence, to unleash America's resources right here at home to drive down oil prices, which we've already seen result in a 20% decrease in oil prices. We have lower prices at the pump today than we did years ago, and those prices are going to continue to decline. If you look at the cost of everyday items, they are going down, and again, they will continue to because of President Trump's economic formula. And then, of course, tax cuts. That is President Trump's bread and butter issue, as one may say. Look at the one big beautiful bill. He already got that done within 6 months in office, and the American people, including in New York, especially in New York, are going to see the fruits of that labor next year when there is more money back in their pockets, when they are keeping more of their hard-earned paychecks to catch up on bills and to pay for everyday's life expenses. So the President Trump's economic formula does work. It is working. It worked in his first term. And who knows, maybe Mayor Mamdani will go back to New York and maybe he learned a few things from President Trump today.
All right, y'all. Trump ain't bending the knee. And Carolyn said it best. Trump's agenda doesn't move for socialism. If anything, socialism moves for him. Okay, stop playing. Trump set the tone, and that mayor followed. Let's keep this thing going, y'all, because we can't make none of this stuff up. What a great time to be alive to watch all of this. Let's go ahead and get into Tony X2 on X, y'all. Let's dive into it.
Mamdani is learning in real time that there is a difference between campaigning and governing. He just sat up there or stood up there like a nice little puppy while the press was confronting him with his own words. Trump had to bail him out.
Plenty of times.
Now, you have a bunch of leftists out there wanting Mamdani to stand up to Trump. Like, what did you think it was going to look like?
For real.
What do you think it was going to look like? Huh? You people, man.
It's exactly that funny, y'all. So laugh.
Now, we got the cope out here. The cope.
He can't even get it.
Yo, we are living through Parks and Recs.
Oh.
Deep all into one.
Sad.
But the veil is slowly being pulled out, man. You see, Mamdani met the real Trump. Not the Trump that you see on camera.
Come on.
He met the real Trump. And I'm just assuming, and you know what they say about assuming, I'm assuming that he's like, yo, the media got it wrong. Now, you know, it's politics, so he's going to go back to his base and tell them how it went behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Bigging himself up. I told Donald this, and he said, come on, man. Anyway, I wish him the best of luck because I know the difference between campaigning and governing. Now is the governing season, okay? And you're on the hook for everything that happens in New York. All right?
Everything.
So behave responsibly.
Coming straight from the Caesar, what is that? Lil Fesh on TikTok if y'all want to follow him. Now, where's the lies, y'all? I mean, we all witnesses real time. You know what I'm saying? The man looked like he was waiting for directions. He actually then governed like a freshman. He looked like a freshman intern, if you ask me. That man ain't going there, you know what I'm saying? Turning the volume up at all. I mean, if y'all got that out of this, y'all might need to check y'all volumes as well. Anywho, y'all, this brings me to the last clip. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, kicking it with your girl. Look, coming straight from George, that's Beheezy Tweets on X. If y'all want to follow this person, look, we're gonna get into it, y'all, because here's the thing. A lot of people talk a lot of ish, and then when Zelensky, he didn't even make it to lunchtime. I don't know why people think that they can sit here and talk the mess they talk, and then when they get in Trump's presence, of course, everything is going to turn down instead of turning up, because y'all not fooling with the Sleepy Joes or Obama or, you know, these weak presidents. Y'all are dealing with someone who has been assassinated, who done got mug shots, all of the above, who have been talked about for over 10 years, who has been called a racist, and who has, like, it's got to tell you something about Trump. He's not weak. Even the people like the wars and stuff like that, they said if Trump win, things were already turning around before this man even got in office. That tells you a lot about yourself. And this man ain't gave up. He continued to keep going and keep fighting for America. So don't get it twisted. Okay? Don't get it twisted. If you really thought he was going to come in turning the volume up, well, you thought wrong. Not this president. Not this time. Okay? With that being said, y'all, I want to know y'all thoughts. Drop them in the comment section, because he got that tail gave to him. Now, this is the epic clip for me out of everything I watched. Y'all, let's get into this last clip when the reporters asked this man, do they still believe Trump is a fascist? Check it out. And I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Let's dive into the clip.
To Stephen Nelson, he asked about your comment calling the president a fascist. And your answer was, both President Trump and I have been clear about our positions and our views. Are you affirming that you think President Trump is a fascist?
I've spoken about...
That's okay. You can just
Bail him out, Trump.
It's easier. It's easier than explaining it. I don't mind.